Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars, week 112, day 5. Wait, okay, there we go. Making sure the other thing is working. I hate when the other computer does that. It makes it seem like the stream just like ended midway through the start. But anyways, so today, of course, we still got the Vault event weekend. It got moved from what was supposed to be next weekend to now. We had it yesterday, we're continuing it today. Still going to make some progress on it. We'll finally be able to, as of today, finish out the Adana Pass. This, of course, was released last week. And we'll get the last of the points in right now. Or, you know, once we start doing some of the Dust Devil grind, which is pretty much what we're going to start off with. Or maybe not, actually. We'll probably do Guild War first. But after we get through all those, you know, once we get done all the standard daily grind, we'll get over to the good old Vault grind. And, yeah, I'll probably go for a couple hours tonight. Focus on all the Guild War and everything first, and then, yeah, to see how many keys we can get. Also, before I started to stream, I noticed there's like a random spider, like right above me, and I can't reach it. So now there's just like a spider menacingly above me, because it's too far up on the ceiling for me to get. It's one of those really like small ones, so it's not that big a deal. But yeah, I hate it. There's just a spider menacingly several feet above me right now, and I cannot get to it. Anyways, so let's go to Guild War. It's gonna bother me like all stream. I'll just be thinking of that thing just lingering up there. Menacingly. It's too small to even catch bugs too. It's in like that really weird size. Where, you know, it's so small that it's not really gonna do anything. But it's also so small it's not even gonna catch any bugs. Because at least the benefit of some of like the mid-sized ones is, you know, they'll just kind of chill in a corner and, you know, catch things occasionally or something. But, I don't know, the little mini ones don't even do anything. How on earth did this win once? Of all the teams I have won once this week. I'm surprised you are one of them. But it is. Could just be the guild we're up against, so I think I just got lucky. Sometimes teams just do that, particularly the double empower variant. Such, was that even a double empower? If I could ever figure out which one the right one is. No, it's only single empower. So it's a very aggressive single empower. Also, I did throw in the curveball there. Like, no one runs Iller. I'm still not a huge fan of it, but in this context, actually, it kind of works out pretty well. We're using it for the Fairy Fire Freeze, oddly enough. This ability gets a little bit of value, but the Fairy Fire Freeze, I think, is what mostly catches people off guard. Because they see this team, and it's like, oh, there's no freeze on it, or the team that we had there. But there actually is, because the Uller. Because they see Hero, it's like, oh, it's Lieb, we don't need to worry about Elementalist. But then Uller does the Elementalist thing, kind of, indirectly. Anyways, so, let's go do our team. So as far as Brown Guild War is concerned, this is one of the 2 days we could run the Bork. We've been hyping this guy up a little bit. I'm not sure if we're going to replace him on this day, but we could. Angry Mob Bork combo? We could do it. I'm going to do it. I don't even care how bad it goes. It should be fine, though. But we're going all in Bork. He came out last week. Free-to-play was able to get it, what, a couple days ago? And we also got it maxed around the same time. And why am I going to A's? I'm like thinking of Donna. It's under M's, though, because of Mechanus. There it is. There we go. Perfect. Anyways, hello, everyone, by the way. Let me go say all the hellos in a second. As soon as I get the Bork in here. And do I even need to change my weapon? Honestly, it seems fine. Rapier Brown, so Mountain Crusher is pretty good. I don't gain Barrier on Brown, though, is the only downside of doing it this way. That's fine. Also, I don't need the double red anymore. The double red was specifically because the other thing we had. So we actually go double brown yellow, or even double yellow brown. Actually, double yellow brown sounds a little bit better. Mine's like green or something. And yeah, we're in a pretty good position now. Could double up on brown, but I don't know, I kind of want to go double into yellow just to make sure Bork gets up a little quicker. The only problem is Surge is not guaranteed full mana, but still be a little bit easier for it to get mana in case it is blocked on brown at any given situation. Even though our whole team is brown. Alright, we should be good to go. Let's test the power of Bork. So, of course, Bork, for any of you that don't know, it's that Mass Destroyer that came in. It's been around for quite a while now if you had the paid pass. Free-to-play's had it for a couple days now. And it's pretty good. It's basically like Thrall, Merilith, Angry Mob, you know, the entire category of them. Its most unique thing is that it can 50% mana start off of mechs and beasts, so that gives it a high diversity. Unfortunately, its trait setup is useless. But it does have some skull reduction, so you can kind of use it like a mini Gorgoltha. I'll be replacing my Gorgoltha for it tomorrow. Instead of a 75% reduction, we'll have a 25%, which obviously is nowhere near the same, but, you know, it's at least some instead of none. And it's not like a Bog Strider. Bog Strider does that better. It's 33% plus it has Entangle on Skull. So a little bit less in that regard. But I would say its biggest benefit is just having 2 different ways to have mana start. But one of them being mech. You can try to synergize other mechs if you really want to with it. Like, I could actually replace that Mistralis for Tina 9000. Which, you know what? I'm actually considering. I am actually considering that right now. Come on, we're going all in on mechs. If we're going for this, we're going everything and just leaving Diamantina to just chill in the back and using Diamantina how I thought I would use Diamantina a lot more, but I haven't really been, just as like a suck up all the excess mana in last slot kind of troop. So yeah, we're gonna try with Tina 9000, why not? Half mana start Tina 9000 is kind of worth using. 12 mana cost for a damage burst I can generally kill. And if they have spell damage, they will have a lot to have to tank through, with 50% spell reduction combined with a really high armor gain. I could even put this in front of the bork, but actually, we could. We could. You know what? I think I am. This does make bork get a little bit harder to get mana. However, there are 2 ways we can indirectly give it mana. This weapon gives 2 mana to all brown allies, if it'll ever go. Loading, loading, loading. But yeah, give all brown allies 2 mana. But the other way is, or plus 2 yellow. It's one of the whole reasons for having a plus 2 yellow. Oh, the only problem with this is I am minusing green. Ooh, can I minus a different color? I can minus purple. Yeah, let's minus purple then. Because I don't want to minus green if Tina's using it as well. Obviously, anything we minus will be minusing Diamantina. But I want to minus not Tina herself. Oh, that's funny. We're using Diamantina and Tina on the same team. Actually, now that I think about it, have I ever bothered using Tina and Diamantina on the same team? I don't think I have. Because gosh, is that so confusing. Because they both have the word Tina in their name. Anyways, hello everyone, by the way. Hope all you guys have been having a wonderful weekend and a wonderful vault grind. Hello, Bill. Hello, Lesta. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Humberto. Hello, Chris. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Logic Slayer. Hello, Bill. Hello, Emanator. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Draco. Hello, Sushi Ninja. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Chris. Hello, Tyrion. Hello, Sushi Ninja. And hello, rednaZ. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, let's go to this. We're going to test out the new bork in a pretty much pure mech team minus Diamantina. Alright, what banner setup do we have? Because honestly, we probably don't want 20% mana start anymore. I might just go all in on magic. The only thing that would gain any benefit from having 20% start would be Diamantina. And we're not really casting Diamantina that much like we are and we aren't. Like, it's not the main thing we plan on casting a lot. It's just there to use the excess mana. We don't necessarily need to give it 20% for that. Because the rest of our team already has 50% aside from it. We're also getting some extra mech bonuses because of that. It's not a lot, but you know, they add up. We're getting, obviously, the pure brown team, which we have to use because it's Brown Guild War. On top of that, we're getting these nice range of stats. It's not a low amount. With those star pets, you get a pretty good chunk these days. Look at this, 24, 24, 10, 12 HP. How much is that total? 20, 22, 48, wow, 70. 70 extra durability just from having 3 mechs. That is not a small number, wow. Wait, that is actually a lot more than I was expecting. And 12 attack on top of that. Wow, 70 durability. That is really good, actually. Alright, let's go in. I don't think I need to change anything else. It is indeed Brown Day. Double check. At least on PC Mobile. Brown Day, brown shirt, brown everything. Hey, how are we doing in the battles? We are winning by some. Actually, by a decent amount. Yeah, we're winning by like 2 people. Like 18,000, give or take. Oh, we're actually in first place in our bracket. Look at that. Good job, Guild. Yeah, we're in first place. We haven't even done all of our battles yet. Anyways, let's keep going. Okay, so anything we need to change here? No. Okay, let's just do it. So we're up against a pretty standard Life and Death Weaver. Actually, pretty much as standard as it possibly gets. Even has the Orb Weaver there. That's fine. I want to see. What's our Tina kill range? We have a 66 to 132. What's the average of that? 90-something? Almost 100-something? It's like really high 90-something or low 100-something. Yeah, we could work with that, because that double taps anything that will kill. Which is generally Tina 9000's role. If she can, double tap on anything in a PvP-like battle, she would normally kill it. With very few exceptions. Like if someone was running that giant team we had the other week, like that would survive, but most teams will not survive that much true damage. So ideally what we want to do at the beginning of any of these boards is take either one of 2 colors, yellow and hopefully we surge, because we don't have an extra +1 for it, which is something that it lacks compared to Marilith, unfortunately. Because you can't just +2 it and then get its mana. So you can't do like the Marilith strategy or the Throw strategy. But if we get a surge, we guarantee get its full mana, regardless of our amount extra onto it, so works out nicely. Got some bomb gems there, but honestly it's just going to help him. We're going to take the green here, because why not? I mostly just want to clear the board some. We're not frozen on anything, so just kind of moving that over. He has yellow to purple. I just want to make sure he has no option here, and it looks like he doesn't. So we can actually just throw down a free Tina. Not to be confused with Tina. But we'll throw that down, then we can throw another bork, get a full board clear, get a death mark. Wait, did we not death mark? I thought there was a death mark. Did the bomb gem just cancel out the death mark? Then we go for Tina again, and that should be match. Look at how easy that is. Don't even need the Diamantina. The Diamantina is mostly just there for a backup plan. Now that we're running this heavy into mech, we theoretically could just replace it with a second Tina 9000. Offensively, you do not get penalized for doing that. Main reason I want to keep it Diamond Tina is just so it covers everything, in case we need a nice damage burst. It also, if we start to have to run against Book, has 55% score reduction, so it can tank it a little bit better. But overall, it's mostly just there to absorb the rest of the mana that we're going to be having. Not just our excess brown, but our excess of pretty much every color. He's running Siren. Siren Gimlet. Interesting combo. He's not running Stealthy on Hero, though in all fairness, does it even matter? It's not like we're running Zolgoth or something. Or Iron Gut or something. Alright, so right off the bats, unfortunately... Oh no! We're frozen on brown. Oh, we're not frozen on blue, so we can take that. Yeah, we gotta take this down. The biggest concern is the follow-up. Because he has a really good convert here, and I don't seem to have much to stop him. I can take a brown vertically here. He still gets a lot of mana from it. Yeah, I still have to go for it, though. Alright, land Siren. I'm just gonna Mountain Crusher and hope we land a good move. Alright, good enough. Okay, he's just Skull Distracted. That's good. There's no way we could possibly kill Hero unless all 3 hits hit it, which is absurdly unlikely. What's his convert right now? Oh, he's actually using the other Doom weapon. Interesting. Let's see. Wait, doesn't he have 2 things that deny the same color now? Green to brown? I think we just let him do his thing then. I'm actually going to do Tina first, as weird as this may seem. The reason I want to do Tina first is I want to break his barrier in case we can get Tina to kill it. Not to be confused with Tina. Gosh, I have no clue how to denote these two now that they both have the same name, basically. This is the first and only time we've used both Tinas. But I had to use that Tina so that other Tina could true damage kill him. We missed. But we still got a kill there. But not the exact thing we were looking for. So I'm still frozen on brown, as are everything. As is pretty much every color right now. Luckily, this thing has a billion spell reduction, and I think that is matched as long as we high roll here. No, we low rolled! No! No, wait, that didn't kill. Oh, we're entangled. Whoops. Wait. Whoops. Didn't realize we were entangled there. Alright, just let me cast. Alright, that was a bit of a sloppy battle, but hey, he's dead. Luckily, we have a Skull tank in the back and a Spell tank in second slot, which is a little bit of a weird order to have them in, but kind of needs to be that way. That is a very weird fight. Okay, we got a Beatrix. We don't really care too much about it because we actually don't apply any stats effect whatsoever, except for, I think, like, stun occasionally. Let's see. He's running Thief, but to some degree that doesn't matter because Tina distributes... Like, all of our damage sources don't actually care if they're stealthy in this context. It's not too big a deal if he's running Thief. Tina and Tina. I'm probably just going to say Dragon and Tina. We'll take that one over. What's his convert? Green to brown. Do I bother with Skull here? He does absolutely nothing but help us. I'm going to do this. He helps us greatly. Unfortunately, no extra turn on all that mess. I almost feel like board clearing. We get the other one up. I'm just concerned we're going to miss, but we'll go for it. Alright, he just gets a Skull. That's fine. And now we go for Tina and hope it lands. Oh, so close. We got one, but not the other. At least that got one-shotted because of the damage range. I'm just going to bork it again. If we get lucky enough, that is wipe. And never mind. There we go. Good job, double Skull for Sky. Even need the 3rd hit. So we still haven't even hit tier 1 PvP yet. Oh, it will hopefully tomorrow. Alright, we got Rope Dart here, Gorgoltha. I haven't seen this team in a while. He's running the Divine Gorgoltha tank team. Gosh, this was super old meta. It wasn't always ran like this, though. This isn't the exact composition. Not to mention he's using Elementals instead of Priest. Priest has +2 yellow, which he used to be used with. But now it's running the very broken Elementals, as is standard these days for, like, everything. Okay. There's nothing that intimidating. Is this the final battle? No, second to last. I just realized it's used in one of the Starry Pets. I just now realized I have never put a single one of the Starry Pets on my shoulder yet. And they have that cool teal color. Yeah, I still have not equipped a single one of them. Not like it matters. You will get the bonus regardless if it's applied right now. Like, for example, we're getting the Adana bonus from the Adana Starry Pet. But, of course, we don't have it equipped, but it's always just active. So it doesn't have to be equipped. Oh, that is awful. We are frozen on everything but skulls. Is the only problem with running Diamond Tina. Really bad if we get frozen on it. And this team has no counterplay to it. Do I just take a brown so he doesn't get brown? I think I have to. As much of a waste of a turn that is. Oh gosh, I gotta do it again. I technically don't have to here. I'm not going to. We're gonna let him have the brown. What's the worst that can happen? Oh yeah, he's running Elementalist. That's the worst that can happen. Also, Tina doesn't care if he's submerged. So we just go for this again. Also, he's not even submerged anymore. We got the spell off of Mech. I almost forgot about that. Mech does have Dispel per extra turn, which we can get rid of barriers, get rid of submerge, get rid of everything like that. Oh, come on. You're not frozen anymore, but now the chicken is. And now because the chicken is, I can't actually go for this. I might just go for the 3, because if it surges, we're already good to go. It didn't surge! No! Yeah, that's the issue with Bork. And one of the reasons I'm not too huge a fan of it, it plays drastically different than some of the other ones, because you don't have a +1 for it. And generally when you build your team, you don't have a way to put another +1 for it. So you can't do like the Marilift move, where you have it blocked on green, and then you go triple red, so that if you take a red, you'll automatically get up from that point. But as you can see, we're 1 short, because we can't put another yellow into it. Unless we, like, dedicate a whole slot for it. Alright, what do we even need here? I guess we just go for Mountain Crusher, then. We're only up against Gargoltha, so obviously we auto-1 here. Or we'll just revive again. It's more so just about getting mana at this point without him going too crazy. Which, unfortunately, he's kind of going too crazy right now, but we'll take that and as match unless he resummons. Wow, he's getting way too much value. What on earth is going on? No! He's getting every bit of value he could possibly get right now. Luckily, one Tina Blast and he's out. There we go. That was way too much value there. We probably lost so much points from that, too. Final battle time. Let's see what we get here. Oh, so that spider's still there, by the way. I'll check up on it like every 15 minutes, probably. Just sitting up there menacingly. Alright, final battle. We got a Siren, a Null. Okay, a lot of Siren Gimlets. I'm kind of surprised to see that combo. Gimlet's used pretty commonly, but I don't know, Siren's a bit of an interesting combo with it. The Gimlet's really standard for this day, though Siren, not so much. But it does work. I think the biggest issue is that there's not a good second Empower for Brown, for the most part. Which is why Siren's kind of used to offset it. And of course, no, not in first slot is a very strange choice, though. Why on earth is this not in first? Or are they just assuming Siren's gonna die that quickly? Also, kind of weird that they're running not Book, but Doomed Club. Like, half this guild is running Doomed Club instead of Book. Which is a bit of a weird choice, because Gimlet and Doomed Club do not work well together. Because they both need to, green to function. And if one casts, then the other can't get value when it casts. Which is a really weird combination instead of just running Book. I'm not sure exactly what their plan is with that. But that being said, we can still very easily lose here, because this is such a horrible starting board and we have no Empower. I can't even take yellow, I can't take brown. We can't take anything useful. Of course, everything goes into Diamantina, so it's not too big a deal. But this is a really bad board. I could try to move this to give him less mana, but in doing so, we just give him more mana, so I'm just gonna move this over. We'll do whatever. Oh, he did yellow! Ooh, I was expecting that to do brown. That's not ideal. At least this brown follow-up kind of completely missed. Doing Cascade's not gonna be worth it. Any other location we could do? I kind of want to do red into something. I think we just Brown Surge, go for Mountain Crusher, go from there. I really want to move this over and try for brown off the sky, but if we fail it, we probably just lose. Just trying to see if we have a safer location just to take brown where we can get some extra value. I'm not really seeing any. I could take blue, purple, that then goes into that brown. I'll take it that way. No, that doesn't give him 5 times there. I didn't see that one. Oh, no. Yeah, we can still work with this, though. He hasn't Death Marked us, so we just move this over. He does a thing. We Mountain Crusher. That gives us full mana on everything. He does whatever. We throw down a Tina. Actually, I'll throw down an AoE first, then we'll throw down a Tina. So we'll throw down Tina. Then we'll throw down Tina. And then we'll Bork, because that's actually more mana than Mountain Crusher. I mean, oh, he mana drained it too. Okay, Skull, we're actually not frozen on Skull, so we'll go for that. We still have the damage boost from our armor. We're def marked on that, so you know there's a 100% chance that we'll die next turn, because that's how 10% works. 100% chance that we'll die next turn. Oh, cleanse! It survives. Actually, our whole team just cleanse. That's really nice. And that's match. Yeah, the only issue is Hero kept dying. Mech is not a particularly tanky class. Not that tanky, which was a little bit tankier. But, I don't know. There we go. And that puts us to tier 3 as well. And hopefully we'll get the last little bit as long as we don't lose any of them tomorrow. And yeah, we that score, though. 9,238. Not ideal. And that was our first run running with Bork. We had a lot of really sketchy things happen on some of those fights, so it's not too big a deal to have that low of a score. But hey, at least we didn't lose. And we're still above them right now as well. 2 more people to go. Until we're even tied up with them. 4 total. I'm not sure how we're in the top of this bracket right now, but I guess we're moving up to bracket 3 and then moving back down to bracket 5 or 4. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we've actually won every single day this week, so that's kind of nice for the extra bit of Volk grind, because we're going to win today into tomorrow, too, to have the extra XP bonus. And we have it right now. We've won every single day. And I have no clue what happened on that day. This guild, like, I have no clue what's going on there. They have, like, a full guild, too. Not sure how they've only done 49,000. Obviously, they didn't do all their battles, which is why that's so low. Obviously, they didn't lose that hard. But, yeah, I'm not sure what they were doing. They're, like, less than half of second to last. Like, you compare that to the next bracket. Like, even last place in the next bracket is, like, 614,000. So I'm not sure what happened there. Anyways. Alright, let's go do, what else do we have? I think Stormcaller class thingy is already finished. Or not class, but the event. Thank you, Guild, for carrying us there. Let's see, how well did we do? Yeah, look at that. Let's see, this person's on vacation. So, yeah, I made second to last. Look at that. Lead by example. Thank you, Mustaine. As well as Jamie and Isabel. Anyways. We need to still get our crowns. I actually didn't do, farming earlier. I'll take out dungeons for now. Can we get anything good? Nope, stun. Nope. And weakness trap. Gosh, we're just gonna hit every trap. No, come on! We even hit the 3rd trap. We got the elusive triple trap room. Alright, let's go switch to real team here. Or, you know, a non-brown one. I said hello, Clip Bomb. Hello, who done this hello to? Hello, everyone. Welcome. Yeah, how your guys' Volk grind been going? Hope it's been going well. So definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. We'll be here for quite a while tonight. Maybe not a while. We'll probably go for like another 2-ish hours or so. Not like ultra long, but a decent chunk of time. We'll see. Depends how things go, if we'll go a little bit longer or not. I do want to get to bed at a somewhat reasonable time. Like, we're definitely not going until midnight tonight. Oh, we'll see, maybe. Probably not, though. I've actually been really tired today. I'm not sure why. It just felt like one of those kind of weekends. Like, the weather's been kind of dreary. It's that kind of weather lately. It has been getting warmer, though. It's almost like that tropical storm kind of warm right now. Where it's still, like, a little rainy, but, like, a warm rainy. Come on, Angry Mob. And of course, Angry Mob's main gimmick is that it actually resummons itself. It actually has an even worse mana issue than Bork. But the fact that it resummons itself normally fixes that issue pretty quickly. But yeah, Bork's in an interesting in-between. I'm still not a huge fan of it, but it is good. Like, as is every destroyer, obviously. Like, any mass destroyer in that category is going to be some category of good. I just feel like Bork is so situational compared to some of the others, though. Like, I don't see myself using it too much into the future. Like, I definitely will be. But compared to, like, Angry Mob, Mirrorlift Thrall, like, I don't see myself using it more than them. I feel like it's going to be in their, like, Bog Strider category. Where it's really good, but super situational when it's ideal. Because Bog Strider is amazing in some situations. But 9 times out of 10, you're going to use one of the other destroyers. And Bork's kind of in that category. Where it's really good when it's optimal for the team, but otherwise you're probably gonna opt for a different option. Yeah, there we go. Dungeons completed, nothing to do there. Campaign, we already did that earlier this week. Gems, might as well grab that. You know, I'm not even gonna bother switching the team, I'll just do a Zolgoth. By the time I click on the other team, it's already going to be over. But then again, I don't know. Rowan would have already won by right now. That would have been the Rowan kill. This isn't too much slower. Yeah, I just realized we only threw 2 Paloozas so far. We need to get on that grind. Definitely got to hit at least 10 paloozas this weekend. We're getting like 1 per hour earlier, which is not ideal. Because I'm trying to get a reserve of 10 because we started with like 2. We're trying to make up for how many we used last Vault event, which consumed pretty much every last one we had. And by pretty much every last one we had, I mean literally every last one we had. We actually zeroed out last time. You've been going off watching movies? Ooh, what kind of movies? Yeah, we did that, we did that, we did that. Okay, I think it's finally time to get into the Vault grinds. And see what kind of luckiness we can get. Oh, so if we're done with dailies, might as well hand out a code too. Oh, there is one, but you know what? We're already going to be doing it anyways. Because I need to go get verses, so let's go get the, not the paloozas, but get the crowns while also finishing this. Horror movies? Ooh. Haven't watched too many horror movies. Like, you know how few horror movies I've watched? Is that the horror movie I've watched 2 horror movies ago was when Cabin in the Woods was in theaters. To put that into perspective, Cabin in the Woods came out in 2011. This was the second to last horror movie I've seen. Not the most recent one I've seen, but 2 horror movies ago was 2011. The last horror movie I've seen, I believe, was, oh gosh. I think it was Get Out? Get Out? Yeah, Get Out, which was 2017. Right? Get Out? I need more promotional thingies. Show me image. Yeah, Get Out. So the last 2 horror movies I've seen was 2011 and 2017. I have not seen any horror movie since then. It has been that long. So 2 movies ago was 2011, 1 movie ago was 2017, and that's the last time I've seen a horror movie. It's just not a genre I watch that often. As you can tell. That's 2 within the last 12 years. Yeah, let me go hand out a code. I said I was about to. We'll hand out a few to stream. As we mentioned earlier. Here you guys go. First code of many. Enjoy. And we'll have a few more in a little bit. We'll hand out the next... Oh, no. What is that? I keep thinking it's like the spider getting down here. Making sure there's no webs. Gosh, hate spiders. I felt like a web-like substance. It could just been my hairs, though. The hair rubbing up against you. I don't have particularly hairy arms, but you know, it has like that somewhat similar feeling. It's such a small spider too. But that makes it even more annoying. Because I know it's there, but you don't know it's there because it's so small. Like, I feel like mid-sized spiders are less annoying than the super small ones. Because at least mid-size, you always know where they are. Like, they can move all the way across the entire room, and it's like, oh, there it is. But the super small ones, they could not even move at all, and you won't even know where it went. I think he's still up there, actually. It's probably not coming down. How many eyes does it have? I have no clue. It's like 5 feet above me. It also blends in like perfectly with the wall color. Because the wall are kind of tan. And it's like a kind of tan looking spider. Or not tan. What is like that orangish beige color? Or like a brownish beige. I think it might just literally be called beige. But whatever that color is, somewhere's around there. What's hello, Insane Gamer? Welcome, welcome. Hey, there's our daily gems coming in. Zoom in with your phone? I don't have my phone near me. Both my phones are by my bed. But no, it's not a poisonous spider or anything. It's just annoyingly sized. It should have 8 eyes if it's a spider. It's definitely a spider. Definitely has 8 legs. Some spiders have 69 eyes. And no way flamethrower it. Sometimes I let them out of the house, but it's too small of a size to let it happen. I have a fly swatter for reaching it. But the problem is it's still too high to even hit with the fly swatter. I would need like a fly swatter extension. Which I do not have. Is that even a thing? I feel like it is. The other way to do that would be like tie it to a mop. Or not a mop, but you know, like a handle of sorts. And then use that to get extra length. That or tie it to another fly swatter. But I don't have a second one. I only have one. Do dollar stores sell a fly swatter? I feel like they wouldn't in current day. I feel like a fly swatter would cost like $5 these days. Instead of $1. I don't know. How much is a fly swatter these days? Google. We need more info. How much is a fly swatter? Why on earth am I looking up a fly swatter? Fly swatter cost. $5-6. Yeah, that seems about right. 6-pack for 11 for $12. You'd want to get a bulkier one, though. You wouldn't want to get a bunch of cheap ones. You'd want to get, like, one really good, solid one. Because those $1, $2 ones, they're going to break, like, so quickly. You whack, like, 10 things and it's going to break in half. Oh, I thought this was Angel for a second. I was like, hey, free Dragonite. No, we don't need a Dragonite anymore. The Zappy Fly Swatters? I've never actually had one of those. I've had those things that you have outside that zap like mosquitoes and such because they fly into it during the night because it's a light source. But I've never had a fly swatter that did something like that. That's interesting. I generally try not to kill them, but there are some size variants that it's just way more convenient to kill them than it is to try to capture them. And the one currently on the wall is within that category. If he gets 13 more mana, he'll summon a spider swarm. It's not a giant spider, it's a really mini spider. This isn't Australia. Though we do have some pretty dangerous spiders around here, though I never see them anymore. Like, we have Black Widows around here, but I've not seen a Black Widow in this area in, like, the last 15 years. The last time I seen a Black Widow in this area, I think I was, like, 12. So that would have been 16 years ago. Like, I'm pretty sure they still exist. I highly doubt we have extinct all the, Black Widows in the entire state. But, I have not seen a single one in, 16 years. What good Pokeball is good at capturing bugs? That's funny. Actually, I don't even remember. I think it's called a netball. I want to say nest ball, but that's just for low-level Pokemon. Netball, I think, is higher against bugs and fish. Well, bugs and water types, I should say. The spider conversation is scarier than the movie you watch. No, it's a pretty tame spider. Shouldn't even be a poisonous one. It's just in a very annoying location, basically right above my head. Several feet above me. So literally at any point, it could just like jump down on me. It's not likely not going to. But it could. I was trying to deal with it before the stream, but it did not work out. And I used to like bugs when I was younger. Now they're just the most annoying thing in existence. Though I do have to say, I've been seeing pretty few bugs in the house as of lately. I'm not sure what it's been the last year or two. Because we haven't been, like, spraying more or anything else. We've been doing the same thing as normal. But for whatever reason, bugs haven't been coming in the house as often. Of course, there's one on the wall right now, but generally speaking, it hasn't been happening as often lately. Can we take about something, even politics? I don't know, I haven't been keeping up with politics much. All I know is DeSantis announced on Twitter. Oh, so that reminds me. I have another Imperial. This is actually something I wanted to ask earlier. Do you guys think it is worth buying an Imperial for 375 gems? Yes or no? I'm probably not going to bother doing a poll for it directly, but, I don't know, what do you guys think? Is it worth it? Because you can get them for 250, we literally just did. But for 125 more, I can get one immediately right now. Which, you know, that's not as much as 500, but it's not as cheap as 250. I don't know, is that worth it these days? Because I was considering clicking it this morning when I saw it. And then was like, I could just get another Imperial. Like, we literally just got one to stream. Like, moments ago, we literally just got Imperial for 250. We only have 9 left. I actually have a pretty big reserve of them right now. Though it is one of those that can go down very quickly when you're not paying attention. Like, very, very quickly. Let me actually check. What's our Imperial stack right now? Oh, hello, Ginky! Welcome, welcome. Hope you had a wonderful birthday celebration the other day. I was lurking in your stream most of the time, though I had it muted like half the time as well. I was doing a few other things. Okay, I have 77 Imperials. Maxing each kingdom from 16 costs 26. So yeah, we can max 3 kingdoms. You know what? I'm gonna click on it. 375 for it. We're gonna get so many this weekend, I might as well. It's a little pricey, but it's still kind of worth it. I'm going for it. You get 80,000 gold with it too, though obviously 80,000 gold's worth like nothing. Definitely not worth the extra 125 gems. Oh, there we go. How many books versus how many Imperials do I have? I have enough that if I upgrade 3 kingdoms, we will have enough Imperials. Yeah, at 500, it's definitely a skip. 375's an interesting prospect. It's still technically not worth that 375, but you know, it's not horrible. Hey, level up. What do we need here? Blue, yellow, they're both all the same. There we go. Ooh, an angel! First angel to stream. Anything good? Ooh, Volkey. Nice. Another Volkey for the stack. Hey, it's Vault event. It still counts to the number. Doesn't matter if it's from an angel. Still counts. Volkey's a Volkey. As soon as we find a verse 3, we'll hand out a code and go do the verse. Do the palooza. But unfortunately, we're not finding any. What's hello, Clip Bomb? Catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, Imperial, what did you say? I mean, Tyrion? I missed your other thing. Let's see, I saw that. If you have more Imperials than books... Well, I do have more Imperial than books, but you need a bigger ratio of Imperial compared to books. Isn't it like a 3-to-1 ratio? Like how many books you need relative to how many Imperials you need? Basically, for every deed book you have, you need 3 Imperials at some point. Roughly. It's not an exact translation rate, but you know. or transfer rate, but it's approximately for every 1 D book you need 3 Imperial. You should make a video on crazy ultra hands, Link. Making crazy inventions. Oh, for the, I'm probably not making any video for that game, realistically. I haven't any for any of the Pokemon games either, for the most part. It's one of those, genres that's just way too concentrated with videos. Like, if I was to make any guides in the near future for something that isn't Gems of War related, it'd probably be for RuneScape, well, specifically old school RuneScape. Simply because a lot of content creators for that game don't really cover guides in a traditional sense anymore. Because they cover entertainment content now for the most part. Because the game's been out for so long. So there's a lot of things that don't really get guides covered for, or more modernized guides. So it'd be kind of easy to make a bunch for on stuff that we're already doing. Like, I'm literally AFKing in the background right now. Slowly but surely, it is making progress. Luckily, 90% of that game can be played with, like, 1 click every 5 to 10 minutes. Which is very convenient. Hey, finally! Verse 3! Redeem code time! It's time. It's be time. Alright, here you guys go. Let's go to the palooza! The first palooza of the stream. Hopefully not the last. We better find another verse 3. It'd be very unfortunate if that is the only one we get this entire stream. Could you imagine? But, there we go. And that kind of checks out. We've been getting about 1 per hour, and that's our 1 for the hour, I guess. Alright, let me go set up our team for paloozaing. Oh, also, I forgot to go claim the loot. Oh yeah, here's the final reward. Unfortunately, neither of these are really worth showing off. They're both really bad. Deal some true damage to an enemy, 2 random enemies, and then create 5 bomb gems. Actually, that's not too bad for damage. If anything, you know what? That's actually not horrible. I just don't really see a situation where you're going to do it. However, this does double stack if there's only 1 enemy left. So this is kind of like a mini Tina 9000. So you know what? That one's actually not horrible, but you'd rather just use Tina 9000. If you have it, of course. Deal a bunch of damage to all enemies, boosted by bomb gems. Yeah, that one's super horrible. Like, this guy's useless. This weapon's, like, just weaker Tina 9000. Like, it's a Tina 9000 alternative. For people that need a cheaper option if they don't get the Tina. Let me double check. What perks does this have? If this gets auto extra turn, it would actually be considered good. I highly doubt they gave it to it, though. Let me double check this thing's perks. Because this having insane perks actually could make it a usable weapon. It likely doesn't have it, though. No. Oh, it does get to burn first enemy. That would have been useful if Mech still had triple damage burning. It used to for like 1 or 2 weeks. But yeah, it's kind of average. Unfortunately, all the perks that it gets from that are so useless. It doesn't even synergize. They're not even true damage based. Yeah, when I read this earlier, I didn't realize it was true damage. I thought it was physical. Yeah, it's kind of like Tina 9000, but weaker. It's only 2 hits instead of 3, and the hits are way weaker. And it creates bomb gems instead of gaining a ton of armor. So it's not really worth using, but it's not the worst weapon out there. Could be a true damage alternative in some circumstances. Life and death and stuff like that are still way better, though. Anyways, I didn't realize we're now on 20% mana. I should probably do that. So it's not really going to matter for what we're about to do. Anyways, let me go change to the right team, and then we're running a palooza. Oh yeah, let me go get the timer. I haven't opened the timer yet. This entire stream. Alright, let me go move this over. Where's my timer? Live split. Live split. X out of this. Do I have to click it again? Don't make me have to click it again. There it goes. I'll move that over. No, I do not want to update it. Move that over. Make sure the timer works. Timer is indeed doing working things. And, okay, we're good to go. So throw that down, throw that down. Let's go run the palooza. Anyways, go run it. Let's go to games, go to oh, do I need this bird before I do this? No, I do not. Just making sure. Got a few upgrades this weekend so far. Actually, speaking of which, let me go to pets. Before we do this, let me go upgrade all the pets that could be upgraded right now. Oh, I already did. All 0 of them. Wonderful. I must have done it off stream already. Because I was getting a couple of them earlier. I was just upgrading them as I was getting them. I thought I still left some to upgrade, but apparently not. Whoops. Not too big a deal, though. Anyways, let's go around the palooza. Let's get this out of here so it's not blinking. And let's get this palooza running. First one this stream. Hopefully not the last. Okay, we'll go to that. Boom, boom, boom. And ready to go. So go over here, and let's see what we can get. Hopefully some good loot. Hey, a Volky already. It's 1-to-1 ratio to simply books and Imperial. The reason you don't buy every Imperial offer. Wait, it's way more than 1-to-1, isn't it? Like, way more than that. Like, the final upgrade costs so many. But does it actually come out to about even after all of them? Because I'm not counting the earlier ones. I'm talking when you only need to start doing deeds. Because I'm not counting the somewhat earlier battles or upgrades where you use only Imperial. I'm talking about purely the level ups that cost both deed books and Imperials. Because yes, if you break it across the entire thing, I think it comes out to almost even. But if you count just the deed book ones, you need more than double the amount of Imperials for those deed books. From 16 to 20 is... Wait, is it really? Let me go double check that later. I could always sworn it was a bigger margin. That is only counting from 16. Interesting. Have I been looking at it wrong this entire time? Oh, I'll find out in 13 minutes from now. Even if it is almost 1-to-1, though, we still need way more Imperials. Because if we count every deep book we have right now, we're sitting on like 100 deep books across every color. But I only have like 70-something Imperials. Obviously, a lot of those we can't use immediately. But at some point we will. So we are still at the point where we need Imperial. So the buy earlier did make sense. The 375. That's the most I'd spend for it these days. Also, that reminds me, I think we almost have enough purples to finally go upgrade a kingdom. I still haven't determined which one I want to go for. Between Karkaroth and gosh, why can I not remember other things' name? Darkstone. I still have not come to determination which one is actually better to go for. I guess it also depends which one gets his starry pet first. Or by the time I even decide which one actually gets closer to 30 star. If we can see in the files like which one's going to get there first. Even if it hasn't actually been updated yet. What's up, hello analyst? Welcome, welcome. And epic Volky, nice. Yeah, that might be one of the other things I'm thinking of. I might be thinking of each individual color or book differently. When I was thinking of the math for it earlier. Because there's 6 different books. For each individual book, you need a lot less of each color compared to how many Imperials. Which makes it seem like you need a lot more Imperials if you compare any color to any given book. I mean, if you compare any colored book to Imperial total, I mean. Because the Imperial total you need is a lot higher than each individual colored book you need. Because realistically, relative to that, you need like almost 7 to 8 times as many Imperials as you need colored books of any given one. But obviously there's 8 different books, so it's not actually that big of a margin. Oh, so I still have that cough from when I was sick the other day, or whatever that even is. I'm not even sure. Thought it might have been from something I ate the other day, but no, it's not really going away. It's not really getting worse. It's also just not going away. We're drinking plenty of water. Gone through like 4 waters today. Speaking of which, I have not actually drank water so far this stream. Got a half of left from before the stream. Come on, click on the thing. Oh, so I took off the little other, like, circle that's underneath the water. And gosh, the cap does not want to go on sometimes because of that. It, like, grips it together, and without it, it doesn't like the grip. Sometimes it just gets yanked off when I open it up. Opening too aggressively. Sometimes I'm very thirsty for that water. I still need to get like a water filter so I can get away from water bottles though. I looked into them like a year ago. And got too confused to the point that it's like, I'm just sticking with bottled water. Because filtrations, you're still creating waste as well. Not as much waste as water bottles, obviously. But you still have to replace out those filters and everything every so often. Losing Guild Wars due to lack of stats on starting board. But what do you mean by stats? Don't you mean the board itself? Because the main thing that loses turn 1 is losing to double in power when you don't have a power yourself. Or even if you do, it doesn't counter it properly. Because that's pretty much the easiest way to like auto lose a Guild War battle. Is there double or triple in power, has alignment, and you have no way to stop it. Regardless of what move is taken. Oh, you meant on your other account. Yeah, that makes sense. There's a lot of insta-kill things you could run, though. Also, Devour could be pretty good on the account, too. Brown Day has a lot of Devour options. Same as Yellow Day, which we have tomorrow. Some of them are pretty low rarity, too. Like, the one for Brown Day today, if there's 13 plus brown on the board, there's a trip that has 50% Devour rate. If there's 13 plus brown. Which on Brown Day is quite a bit easier to do. Yellow Day might be a little bit harder to do that. Those usable on Yellow Day as well. Because these days, most people don't deny the color of the day. Or maybe earlier on in the game they might. But later in the game, they tend to just run book or something similar, just go all in on the color. Rather than denying it. I don't think we have to worry about the spider just staying there. Menacingly. I'll go to bed and forget about it. And then it'll find its way to some other spot in my room. And then I'll be paranoid about it then. As long as it doesn't go in the closet, I hate when they do that. Though they generally don't. Or who knows, maybe they are, and I just never check the corners in there because realistically I never do. There's quite a few things buried in that closet. I have no clue half the stuff that's even in my closet right these days, to be honest. It's probably the most unorganized place in my entire room. Like, the room's pretty neat right now for the most part, like, externally. Internally, in some of the drawers, and particularly that closet, it is an absurd mess. But the actual presentable room is very neat. The storage of the room, not so much. It is still quite an unorganized mess. I remember going on a road trip once from South Carolina and New Jersey. And I think we were renting out... Yeah, we were renting out some kind of car. And, you know, because it's rented out and it stays there for a while. I'm not sure how long, but, you know, for some amount of time. There's actually a spider that was in it. Like, I saw it crawling through the vent thing. And that was like a 10, 12-hour ride. And there was just a spider that kept crawling in and out of the vent randomly the entire time. And I was paranoid so much. But yeah, it was a little bit above 10 hours of a ride, with a spider constantly coming in and out of the vent. Overall, the ride was actually kind of nice, but very paranoid. And if you tried hitting it, it would just like run back into the vent, so you could never actually kill it. It was one of those really quick moving ones. And it was pretty thick too. And I was younger at the time, so you couldn't, like, kill it. It was, like, immune to death. And big enough to be intimidating. I know, the only good spiders are the spiders that just make a small web in the corner and just exist there forever. And then eventually die. Because they probably take out a few flies over their lifespan. And they don't really get in the way of anything. The worst ones are the ones always on the move, in the most annoying locations possible. The one that bit Spider-Man. Yeah, I've watched almost no superhero movies either. I think the last time is actually kind of funny because Spider-Man's actually the most recent hero movie thingy I've ever seen. And I saw it with some friends back in like 2018 or 2019, so it has been at least like 5 years since I've seen any superhero movie. And prior to that, it was probably almost a decade. Because I think the one prior to that would have been the second, gosh, what's his name? Deadpool. I think the second Deadpool would have been the one I've seen after that. Or prior to that, I mean. Also, I've still not been to the movies since the pandemic, by the way. I've just never really bothered going. I didn't even bother going and seeing the Mario movie. It wasn't even any good. I didn't even bother looking up reviews or anything in case I actually go to not be spoiled on anything. In case it actually was good. Yeah, we have movies at home, I know, right? I know, there's just very little need to go out to movies these days. There's just such a backlog of already good movies out there that I feel like the movie industry might end up dying in like the next decade or something. Because we just get an increasingly gigantic backlog of nearly free or literally free, like, decent movies from the past. Oh no, why'd I do it then? Oh, we're not gonna make it in time. No, I wasn't paying attention to the timer. Oh, we're not gonna get the battle in there. But, I don't know, there's already gonna be, like, such a collection of, like, amazing movies. that there'll be increasingly less incentive to see any newer one. That's unfortunate. We did get the full loot on that final one, but oh well. Not too big a deal. I guess we're heading back here. Oh, that team though, the other Dust Devil team. Okay, let me go update our numbers so we look a little bigger. Alright, where are we at on numbers right now? Let's see, we are at 69. Oh, where's Lester? Is he still here? Oh wow, I did not try to do that. That's really funny. That is really, really funny. But I have 69 Volkies. Whoops. Watch, Lester's not here anymore now. Okay, this was 58, which means we have 8. So we got, what's our previous number? 6? Okay, so we got 2. That's not too bad. That's about exactly on average of what you would expect from a Palooza. And there we go. Yeah, there we go. 69 Volkies. Counting Pity, we are at about 100 right now. Lol, what? We have 69 Volkies right now. And probably will for the next, like, hour. It might be a while before we get the other thing. Yeah, we'll hand out another redeem code when we get another Palooza. And then we'll go do that Palooza. However long that takes. We're going for at least one more, if not multiple. But of course, one more could take 10 minutes, one more could take 2 hours. We'll see. Where's my single Dust Devil team? There it is. Yes, we have summoned the Lester. The 69. Oh, what was your question? On a scale of 1 to 10, how hot is Ryan Reynolds? I have no clue who that is. He sounds like an actor, Ryan Reynolds. I have not the slightest clue who that could possibly be, though. But it definitely sounds like an actor name. I know that much. Deadpool? Oh! Wait, he's the guy who plays Deadpool? Interesting. I actually know what he looks like. I'm not sure. He seems like pretty, like, slightly above average. Like, he definitely doesn't seem like an actor that's for his looks. More so his personality. Oh, excuse me. Oh, gosh. Feels good to sneeze when you need to sneeze, though. It one just stays in there for like an hour and just never wants to come out. Thank you, Isabel. Hopefully we're not here too long going for this verse 3. Array has definitely not been good for it this weekend. There has not been a single hour this entire weekend where I've gotten more than one verse 3 in an hour. Which is not ideal. Oh no, the Soul Gnome! Yeah, Soul Gnome, it's the second tankiest gnome in the game. And due to that, there are some replacements he can do that he is tanky enough. And Epic and above is his range of surviving, which is unfortunate. It's something that Rowan does not get slowed down by, but the Ironhawk team does. It's very rare that that happens, but it does happen. Of course, the 25 damage Ironhawk team doesn't have to deal with that either, which is one of the whole reasons why you even need to run the other variant. Because there's a lot of things when you're running a Palooza that will have the higher range, like that Soul Gnome, for example. And when you're just running for versus, it doesn't matter because he appears so little over top of something like that that it doesn't matter as much. But when you're running a Palooza, it is drastically more frequent. But I do find this pretty relaxing. The whole, like, Dust Devil loop. It'd be even better if we got the loot we wanted, though. Yeah, tomorrow during the day, I really want to go see if I can grind a bit more, because I wasn't really able to today. And while we won't necessarily be doing a stream for, we need to go get some verse 3s. We are so low on verse 3 right now. It's also what we're trying to get right now. It's the main thing preventing us from just throwing down a billion Paloozas. Yeah, we basically would have to find 6 more, plus some to boost up our reserve. Because that would get us to 200, which I think is like a bare minimum goal we want to try hitting. It's a nice low-end goal that's pretty obtainable. Maybe 200 Vault keys, 200 to 300 within a Vault event. Not too high, not too low. Obviously going higher would be even better. That's within the requirement range. It doesn't take too long. That still gives you a lot of progress. Verse 4 is your lowest. Yeah, everyone has a different one. Ours was 2 for the longest time, now it's our second highest. Hopefully the same will happen to 3 at some point. It'd be great if it just has a random 180 all of a sudden. But today does not seem to be that day. Honestly, we haven't really been getting any verses this stream. I think we've only gotten like 3 total, and luckily one of those was the verse 3 we needed. They're being a little elusive. Because normally you can get about like 12 to 16 or so per hour doing this method. How many of those are the one you actually need can drastically vary. Which maybe is close to like 8 to 16. It can vary quite a bit because they're pretty rare. If you get unlucky on them, you get barely any. But if you get super lucky on them, you just get a ton. It's not like the more standardized gnomes where you're going to get a pretty consistent rate because they're a lot more common. Like a Soul Gnome, for example, or a Glory Gnome. But these are substantially rare, ones we're hunting for. This is like the 3rd time tonight they've tried selling me Dragonite. This would be so useful if I still needed a billion more Diamantinas. Actually, speaking of which, how much Dragonite do I have laying around? Yeah, also, let me go check the upgrade thingy. Let's see. Oh yeah, it is a pretty similar number, isn't it? What I was looking for, though, is not that, but what is our Dragonite currently at? Inventory. Oh, almost 300 more. Well, technically 272. Yeah, 272 more Dragonite, which is 3 more perfects. And technically 2, because after this Vault event, we'll probably have a bunch of just stray Dragonite we get along the way. So in 2 more perfects, we will have enough Dragonite to get a 3rd Diamantina. Do we need a 3rd Diamantina? No. But are we going to get a 3rd Diamantina? Yes. Because we can. No reason not to. Who knows, maybe there'll be some kind of meta team for it at some point. Hey! Finally! Let's go run another Palooza. Oh, we got a merchant for it too, nice. What do we get here? Well, I'll take the purple food, I guess. I feel really good on our merchants today. But hey, let's go hand another code. And maybe we'll go hunt for one more, we'll see. But first, let's go run our Palooza. My only concern with hunting for one more is that could be like a 3-hour endeavor. Like, you say one more, but that could take a few minutes or a few hours, depending on how it feels like going. Anyways, let's go run our Palooza for now, and then we'll determine. But let me go change out my team. Get the good old timer ready. Let's see. Where's the team? Oh, we're going to have to update it off of 69 soon. I'm just doing this team once, so it registers this team. Saves us like 5 seconds, 10 seconds at the beginning of a Palooza. And let's go run the Palooza. Soulforge. Weapons. I mean, other. Gnome-a-palooza. Click button, start. Alright, let's see what we can do. So far, we've been getting some pretty good Paloozas. We're above average for what we should be getting across them so far. So hopefully we can keep that up. Yeah, no problem for the codes. Enjoy, everyone. You get a verse 4 offer today? Nice. I haven't seen the verse I've needed as an offer in such an absurdly long time. I think it's been over a month. Like, they're so cheap, but they also are so rare to see. And yeah, as Isabel mentioned, and Genki, definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated if you haven't already. Helps with good old YouTube algorithm stuff. Why are we getting rid of the 69? Hey, it's gonna get rid of itself. I have no control over when we get Volkies. Yeah, hopefully we can hit the 200 mark. We should be able to easily this weekend. Because I wanted to see how many Paloozas we can get during the day tomorrow. And by the time we stream, we might even have a reserve to go throw down. And at that point, we're almost like instantly going to hit 200. But I am like bare minimum hitting that by tomorrow. Even if we have to stream for multiple hours tomorrow night. There's no way we're going under 200 on a weekend like this. It's a little bit unfortunate that wasn't next weekend, though. Because now next weekend, we're just going to have, like, a very quick bounty hunter event. Like, that in total takes, like, what, 2 hours these days? Not even? At least super late in the game with 8 end-game stats. It used to take as long as, like, 3 to 5 hours back in the day. Then it became, like, 3 hours pretty consistently, then 2 hours. Honestly, it's almost like an hour and a half these days. Assuming the final battle's a easy one for the week. Because the final battle determines pretty heavily by about an hour how long it takes. Sometimes a lot easier, sometimes a lot harder. It really just depends. Yeah, I think after this Palooza, we'll keep going until we find one more verse 3. And then do that verse 3, because that'll put us at 5 Paloozas. As well as a bit over 100. Oh, a Mimic! That's not good. First Mimic we triggered all weekends. That is not what you want to see. The reason you want to avoid the Mimic is it actually comes in at max stats. Which means you'll be fighting a Explore 12 battle. And this team does not work against that, nor does any quick kill team at this low range. Wow, did we just get 2 Curse Gnomes in a row? Wow. We had a Curse Gnome last fight, we had a Curse Gnome this fight. We've seen double Curse Gnomes in the same fight before as well. But interesting to see it back-to-back. Too bad we don't need Curse Runes anymore, but, you know, it's still a currency that somewhat is useful. It's a very weird currency. Because it's a bottleneck for creating a lot of things within the Soulforge. But a lot of those things are kind of average to below average value. I've just kind of been hoarding them in case they ever had another purpose for them or anything else in the future. Because most of their translation, most of their Gosh, why can I never say that word? Most of their transaction rates are not that good as far as we could transfer them into. I think the best thing for it right now is orbs. But even that's not the best of value. It is good value, but I don't know, it's a lot of fun initially, but then you realize like how many resources you put down on like a handful of orbs. Because I believe you get about the same amount of orbs from opening like 400 to 500 vault keys. So we would need like 2 years worth of cursed runes to open that many. Like you can farm in one vault event the amount of orbs, like every cursed rune you get in an entire year is basically one vault event's worth of orbs. Approximately, give or take a little. So it's not particularly great how much you can transfer them into. Plus you're using a lot of Celestials to do so as well, which initially isn't too big a deal. But it is definitely a currency that you can run out of. Early on in the game you run out of a lot. Later in the game not so much. But if you start dumping on stuff like that, you can run out of it pretty quickly. The Celestials aren't a particularly quick thing to obtain more of, even later in the game. Later in the game, it's just you don't have as many uses for them, so they kind of pile up. But the actual accumulation rate for them is pretty slow. Oy. Also, how's my finger sore? I'm like spam clicking. It normally doesn't get sore from doing this. Yeah, like right in the middle of the joint. I would use a different finger to click, but I'm not sure how. Could I use my middle finger? I guess I could. I'm gonna start using the middle finger. I'm not sure what's up with it. Almost feels like it has like static in it or something. I don't know, how do you de-static your finger? Like, it feels like if I touch metal, I'll, like, zap myself. Let's see, what do I have that's metal around here? Oh, no, it's just sore. I'm pretty sure that's metal. That's the exact sensation that it has right now. But I'm touching metal and it's not making a zap. I don't know, do any of you naturally click with your middle finger? Because I feel like the way I normally grip a mouse, it is my left, I don't know, what do you call your pointer finger? But well, I guess pointer finger, whatever you call it. But yeah, the pointer finger, you know, the main finger. The one that does everything. Like, that's the one that clicks the left button for me normally. And my middle finger is normally the one that does the right button on a mouse. And right now I'm doing the inverse. I'm doing middle on the left, and whatever the one to the right of that is on right. The ring finger or whatever it's called. I did not know the names of the fingers, apparently. Let's see, there's the pinky, there's the thumb. Is there a proper name for the other three? Because I call the primary finger the pointer. I call the middle finger, and I call the other one generally the ring finger. I guess because it's traditionally the one you put the wedding ring on, I guess. I don't know their actual technical names, if they even have one. Index and ring finger. Is that actually their technical names? Interesting. That's so weird. I've never felt that sensation in my finger before. Like, it feels like it's about to shock itself the second it touches anything. I'm pretty sure this is just the feeling of soreness on it. I don't feel like I've been cooking that much with it today, but apparently so. It's not even like a cramping feeling or anything. It just feels like it has static inside of it. Really weird feeling. I do like the finger exercises. I don't know, what even are finger exercises? Probably like a proper way to stretch your fingers. A ring fit for your fingers? Finger push-ups. Finger squats. You actually technically could do that. You can make like a stick figure with your hands, or you know, like the bottom half of it, and then have it go up and down. I would do the motion, but I'm not sure if I could show it on screen quickly enough between loading screen. Yeah, I can do some finger squats. Let's see. I can't really show it quickly enough in between the loading screen. Yeah, you can kind of do finger squats. The legs of the finger thing. Have them go up and down. Surprisingly, I feel like that actually helps them. I'm not sure why, but my computer's like really hot right now. Maybe that's actually the issue too. It could just be that my finger is so close to where the hotness of the laptop is. Because there's only glass in between it, so the heat on the glass is like on my finger. So I think that might actually be what's causing it. I'm not sure why it's so hot today though. Though in all fairness, I haven't actually shut it down for a while. Maybe I should go shut it down after this stream. I'm not going to need it for anything else today. Might actually make this one the last one we do for now then. Yeah, I'm not sure why the computer is so hot over there today. Like, it's so hot I can't even keep my hand on it. Maybe there's like an update that hasn't hit or something? I'm not sure. Like, it normally never gets that hot. And it can't be the temperature because it's actually been pretty cool today. Not like the room itself is hot today. But regardless, we are not ending tomorrow night's stream without having at least 200 vault keys total, counting pity. The stream will not end tomorrow night without it. You blame the spider? The spider's still there, by the way. He is still there. And that won't bother me until I go to bed. I'll probably forget about it after I wake up, so that'll be fine. But until I go to sleep, it will be on my mind the entire time. It will not stop bothering me. He has not moved any further down, too, so I can't even get him. And I'm not sure why, but all spiders do that. I'm not sure if they leave some kind of, like, pheromone trail or something on that, like, path. But they always ride exactly on the top rim of my wall. That basically makes them invincible to death. I'm not sure if they're aware of that. Or if because they like the crevice or what. But, they only walk in the most immune to being hit spot in the entire room. Yeah, I know. I generally try not to kill the spiders. There are exceptions. The one currently on the wall is the exception. I actually have a cup in my room that I normally do to try to cup them to let them go free. But there are sizes of spiders that will die. And that thing is within the size limit of death. It's too small to capture. It would have to be at least double or triple the size to effectively remove from the house without killing it. Spider Cup does whatever Spider Cup does. Poor thing, it's still so young. Well, it's realistically going to live for a while because there's no way I'm going to reach it. So maybe it'll be big enough by the time I find it to bring it out of the house. Yeah, I would say on average, I let 2/3 of spiders live. The other 1/3, we send a message. Never come back. Well, there we go. We get the full reward for the vital one. So I feel like half the stream I just talked about spiders. It's mostly because there's one right above my head right now. Alright, anyways, let's go update our numbers. So that's 90. Nice. Honestly, we've been doing really good on these keys. Although, we got a little under on Epic Vault Key, though. That's fine. We're still above drop rate across the board. We're only one above drop rate for them, though. Because the average, generally speaking, at least from my experience, is 20 Vault Keys plus 2 Epic Vault Keys per Palooza. And right now, we're currently above on both. I'm 1 above on Epic Vault Key, and oddly enough, I'm 10 above on standard Vault Keys. Though some of those standard Vault Keys are from, you know, just doing the standard grind. So we're pretty much exactly at drop rate then. Because at least like 5 of those Vault Keys are from other means. Like, you know, when we're actually grinding for them. 1 of them was from an angel. Actually, 2 of them might have been from an angel. Hey, but they still count. But, yeah, we're pretty much right above drop rate then. Doing slightly better than where we should be. Not by much. It's pretty much right at where we should be. So perfect. Anyways, tomorrow, we will not end the stream until we have at least 200 keys, counting Pity. Counting Epic Vault Keys as well. So that's the game plan for tomorrow night. I should hopefully farm some during the day, so that we'll have some Paloozas maybe already queued up, or at least a nice stock of 10 for the future. And, yeah, that means on average, we'll have to do about 5 Paloozas tomorrow night. How many of those we'll have to farm manually, we'll have to see. But hopefully during the day, I can get a couple of them, so we're just already going to be good to go. And not need to worry about it. But that's pretty much the game plan. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Vault weekend. Definitely still make sure to grind if you have time. I know it came out of nowhere. However, if you do have time this weekend, especially since it's a holiday weekend, so you might even have some time because of that. Because Monday's a holiday here in America. So there is that. But aside from that, yeah, definitely make sure to get on that Vault grind if you have the time. Great time to be grinding within the game. You have another day, rest of today and all of tomorrow. So definitely make sure to get on that if you can. Anyways, guys, thanks for stopping by as always. Enjoy your weekend. Catch you guys later, and we'll be back same time as always tomorrow night. Hour and a half prior to now tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll go from there, go over all the weekly spoilers, do the Bork on Yellow Guild War Day, and replace Gorgotha with them. And, of course, finishing our 200+ Vault Key grind. And just getting a nice little stack, and then we'll go open them over the next week or two. And try getting them down. We start at 150, so we'll have, like, at least 350 going in. Not a bit more. Hopefully, like, 400-ish. Anyways, guys, catch you later. Best of luck with everything. Thanks for stopping by. Stay safe out there. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye, everyone.